following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN presents LCHS Railer Boys postseason basketball. WLCN's coverage of Railer postseason basketball is brought to you by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. The Lincoln Memorial Hospital Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves through offerings such as the LMH Trailblazers Walking Program on Wednesdays and the 8th Annual LMH Market, opening May 20th. Moriarty Insurance Services, your local, family-owned independent insurance agency for over 50 years. Located at 617 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, contact Kyle or Lindsay about 4% guaranteed interest for 6 years. Phone 217-732-7341. Gator Logistic Materials. Don't waste your time and money dealing with brokers and distributors for your company's packaging and shipping supplies. Chomp through the red tape and buy directly from manufacturers right here in Illinois. Buy from Gator. Reach out at gatorlm.com for more information and a quote. Tartar Brothers Mechanical at 602 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln and online at tartarbrothers.com. Holmes Farms, growing for the future. Learn more at facebook.com/Holmes Farms or call 217-306-4785. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The Lincoln Banking Center, a division of the First National Bank in Tremont. Your local bank that strives to build relationships and is trusted with your community's financial needs. Located at 710 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, visit TremontBank.com to learn more about products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, helping people, changing lives. America's poverty-fighting network. Don't miss Capsule's Cheeseburgers in Paradise fundraiser on April 22nd. For more details, call 217-732-2159. The Carpet House. The professional design team at the Carpet House in Lincoln will work with you for 100% satisfaction. Stop by the showroom at 1320 Woodlawn Road or call 217-735-2531. Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-2422. Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, with offices in Lincoln and Atlanta, offering great rates on home, auto, life, and renter's insurance. Call 217-732-7755. Eaton Corporation, building over 5 million high-quality commercial and residential power distribution products each year. Check them out online at eaton.com. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Headlines Salon, where your hair makes the statement. Phone 217-651-8310. Lincoln Printers, providing complete, quality satisfaction at a fast, fair price while utilizing modern technology and a creative flair. Phone 217-732-3121. Schneider Chiropractic, providing results for body reconditioning, back and neck problems, along with preventative sports injury procedures. Call 217-732-2140. State Bank of Lincoln, a division of Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Spend less time managing your money with State Bank of Lincoln digital banking options. State Bank of Lincoln, helping you plan for those moments while living in the moment. State Bank of Lincoln is an equal housing lender. Visit hbtbank.com/SBLincoln. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of LCHS Railer Boys postseason basketball.
Number 24, Biven, Jake Biven. At the other forward, 6'5" and a senior, 22, Saucy, Tyler Saucy. And the man in the middle, 6'7" and a senior, 34, Cook, Peyton Cook.
All right, we are all set. The tip is in the air, sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickley Street in Lincoln, and Railers with the first possession of the night.
Yeah, the Railers try to go to that patent back screen for Cook, and they usually get a layup here, but they were well prepared there. Mahomet knew what we were going to be rolling with.
Raiders with the basketball. Game just underway. Champaign, Illinois, regional championship underway.
Yeah, here's a talk about that tough defense by Mahomet-Seymour. Everything inside the three-point line. Don't allow the Railers really to get to the hoop. They do a good job of getting into the driving lanes. Keon
three
Carson,
on the way, no good.
Yeah, Keon Carson up for three and then missed straight on three-pointer. Tip away by Keon with a steal.
Biven, feed up, no good. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, another tip away by Keon. A nice pass there to Biven. Biven could not finish the layup, did not use the backboard, and the Railers come away with two possessions, no points. Shot up on the other side was 55. 55 for Waldinger. Waldinger missed the three-pointer with Saucy with the rebound.
No score. Minute 15 gone by tonight, and we got a charge or a illegal screen. It's on Cook, his first, team first.
Yeah, surely not the guy the Railers want to get that early foul. Cook on an illegal screen.
Bulldogs with the basketball, no score. Minute 30 has gone by in the opening quarter here for this regional championship between the Bulldogs and the Railers. Try to feed it down low to number 44. That's Peters, out of bounds, going to be Railer basketball.
First turnover on Mahomet. They tried to lob it up to big 44, the sophomore underneath 6'5". Trey Peters just outstretched, could not get it to him. So no score here, about almost 2 minutes into the game.
Carson walks it across the timeline, goes left, hands off to Schilling. Now Cook, top the key, feeds Biven. Biven spin left, kick at Saucy, corner, three on the way. Got it! Nothing but net for Saucy, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, it was a nice post up by Biven right in the middle of the lane, and he kicked and turned it to his buddy, the senior, Saucy, who gets us on the scoreboard, and almost a steal by Schilling.
Waldinger dribbled in, kicking over to Peters, up, no good. Fought for, Saucy with the rebound.
Nice contest there by Biven. Biven and Cook right there to contest that close shot for Mahomet. The Railers looking active. Jake Biven looks very active here tonight.
Keon in the left corner. And now we got a hold on the Bulldogs on number 22. That is Eisenman, his first, team first. 3-0 Railers, 5:34 to go in the first. Railers with the basketball. Carson walks across the timeline. Now Schilling left wing. Up top Biven. Biven works right to Carson right wing. Now back to Schilling. They work it around to the left. Biven left corner.
Boy, they put bomb big dude on Keon. Keon surely has a quickness advantage, but he is way backed off of him.
Spinning jumper by Biven, in and out, no good.
Yeah, nice shot too.
About a quarter of the way down, Josh.
Yeah,
he just couldn't get to go.
Yeah, tight rims here, newer gym here at Champaign Central, and you know what happens with that. They put up new backboards and new rims, and no shooter's touch there.
Three on the way from Waldinger, left it short. Rebound, Bulldogs.
I think.
Yeah, I can't see here. And it's going to be a jump ball. Going to go to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, jump ball. Cook got the possession on the tip early on, so Bulldogs, Mahomet with the basketball here after a rebound. And once Mahomet steps up or stands up in front of us on their bench, there's no way we're checking anything out on the other end.
3-0 Railers, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs with the basketball. Bomb now in the corner. There's a three on the way from Eisenman, no good. And Peters with the rebound, and he's going to travel with the basketball. Yeah. Another turnover for the Bulldogs.
Well, they got to get a great job, Peters, on the rebound, but Saucy and Biven there after he picked it up. Saucy with a nice job of staying straight up on that on the defense. So Railers, Mahomet with their second turnover of the night.
Railers with the basketball, up 3, Biven. Biven's going to dribble in, nothing there. Kick it out to Schilling, now up top to Carson, work it left to Saucy, left corner. Now Biven will dribble left. Nothing there. Carson, right wing, Cook. Cook's going to dribble on his man. Now he pulls up his dribble. Now they'll reset with Carson up top, swing it to the left, Biven left corner.
There you see the physicality of Mahomet just trying to push us out.
Cook, top of the key. He's going to pull up from the elbow for a jumper, no good. Biven tried to get it, couldn't grab it. Waldinger with the rebound.
Cook tried to drive, but the defense of Peters and the strength of Peters just holds them off from getting into the lane, and that's what Mahomet does. They stop you from driving with their strength, not their speed.
A little back door, up and no good for Waldinger, but he's going to be fouled, get 2 free throws. And the foul is on, is that on Schilling?
Yeah, they called it on Schilling, but it looked like Saucy was the one that was there.
Free throw up and good for Waldinger.
Saucy did a good job of going straight up, and I'm not sure why Trey was even close to the play, I didn't think.
Nelson, Gowan, and Hayes check in for the Railers. Schilling, Biven, and Saucy will check out. 3-1 Railers. Waldinger's second free throw up and good. 3-2, 3:35 to go here in the first quarter of play from Champaign Central. Regional title on the line, Josh. Winner moves on. Loser, season over. Carson gets it across the timeline, hands it off to Hayes, now to Gowan. Gowan's going to dribble in, kick it out to Nelson. Nelson to Hayes, right wing. Reset with Carson up top. Carson finds a lane, kicks it out to Nelson, right corner. Now they'll work it back to the left. Cook left wing, Carson right corner, or left corner that is. He'll dribble in, nothing there. As the Railers work it around to Hayes. Not a whole lot of action here in the first. Both teams just filling each other out. 3-2, Carson 3 on the way. Had a good look, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah. And
rebound Bulldogs.
And that's where Baum can just stand in that paint and really dare Keon to shoot it. He hasn't made, he's attempted to and hasn't gotten any to go down yet.
Baum hands off, now they'll work it around to Randolph. Back in the corner. Nowhere to go, now Randolph has it. Kick it in the right corner. All the way up top.
Turnover.
And out of bounds.
Out of bounds over and back, one of the two, but a turnover for Mahomet. Their third turnover as Schilling's getting set to check back in now for Keon.
Spin by Cook, nothing there. Now Hayes. Hayes going to pull up with the jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Dyer with the rebound.
Oh, the Railers getting some shots, Scott. They just can't
get them to go.
Can't get anything to fall, and that was our problem on Tuesday night as well. We've got one more point than we did on Tuesday.
Ooh, yep, that's a travel.
Can't do that.
Eisenman went up for the 3. Came down, traveled. Turnover, right. Bulldogs. Railer basketball up 3-2. 2 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, another turnover there. Now the fourth turnover on Mahomet as Eisenman thought he was going to get a shot off, but then faked it, but went off the ground.
Railers with the basketball. Low scoring first quarter. Hayes, right elbow.
Oh, had him.
Left elbow. Nelson, corner 3 on the way. Ooh, in and out and good.
Man.
Looked good.
You're right.
Just popped out. Another one of those threes.
Yeah, we had a couple of them. Biven had a turnaround jump shot that was in and out. Now Nelson with a corner 3 that can't go or doesn't go.
3-2 Railers. 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Kind of a repeat performance of the other night as a low-scoring game. Tried to feed it down low. Good defense by Cook. Tapped it out of there. Nelson grabs the loose ball. Hands off to Schilling.
Last couple possessions, Mahomet just hasn't even gotten a shot of it. couple straight turnovers.
Gowan 3 on the way. Got
Boom,
it.
needed it.
Gowan with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, nice screen. Good call by Coach Alexander as Gowan comes from the underneath the basket up to the top of the key with a screen set about the free throw line. And the junior stepped up and hit a big, much-needed 3-pointer.
3 on the way from Dyer. No good.
Nice.
Rebound Hayes.
Yeah, nice box out by the Railers.
6-2 Railers. We're at 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Railers with the basketball. Gowan works it down to Hayes, right corner. Now they'll swing it around up top to Cook. Now Schilling, left wing. See if the Railers hold for one here. Up 6-2 with the basketball. Cook, right corner, nowhere to go. Now he'll dribble out. Give it to Nelson, top of the key.
So a few people, looks like the Mahomet really trying to put up the pressure a little bit. They've moved out on Schilling a little bit more. They've not tried to deny Gowan the ball here from the three-point line.
Cook, now Gowan, right corner 3 on the way too long, and rebound comes down to Randolph. He'll kick it up top to 50. He's going to go in, try to feed it down low, couldn't get it. Cook knocked it out of bounds, and that will do it for the first quarter with your score, the Railers 6, the Bulldogs 2. We'll take a commercial break and come back with second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Gets it into Hayes. Now Hayes to Schilling. Schilling, top of the key. Gowan, right corner.
Got him.
Found Cook, up and easy bucket for Cook. And the foul on number 50. That's Selk.
Yeah, nice screen. And there we went to our play that we normally run the first possession after we win the tip, or if we, the first offensive possession the Railers get, we run that cross screen. And if we got it, Cook made it and got fouled. So Cook will go to the free throw line for the first free throws for the Railers here. Now, way short.
Left it way short, airballed it. He's going to hear that for a little while.
Yeah, and we're going to hear it too because we're right next to the Mahomet student section.
8-2 Railers, 7:50 to go in the first half. Bulldogs with the basketball. Bomb now over to 20, who's checked into the game for the Bulldogs. No 20 on the roster. There's that 30.
30, Lucas Dyer.
There's an easy layup for the Bulldogs as they found a cutting Dyer.
Yeah,
and it's 8-4.
Dyer checks in and gets 2 quick points on a nice pass.
Spin by Hayes, nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Gowan. Now they'll reset up top. Cook left wing now to Schilling.
Boy, we need Nelly to get free and knock down about 2 or 3 threes in a row.
There's Nelly for a deep 3 and got it right on cue. It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer for Nelly.
Ask and you shall receive, Scott. And Nelson with a big one there to make it 11-4. And nobody's going to guard him from that far out. They may have to now, but he was way out there.
11-4 Railers, 6:40 to go in the first half. Bulldogs with the basketball. Bomb now left corner. That's Eisenman, and he's going to be fouled.
Cook's second.
Cook's second. He's going to have a seat, Josh, and it looks like Saucy's going to check in for Cook. So Cook with his second foul. 3 team fouls for the Railers, 2 for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs inbound on their own baseline. Up top to Dyer. Now Baum, he's going to dribble in, guarded by Gowan, nothing there. Dyer with a 3. Got to be brothers out there.
Eisenman was in the corner. 22 was in the corner for the 3. So they drove a dish to Eisenman, which he's now 1 of 2 from the 3-point line. So that's a guy that can shoot it from the perimeter for Mahomet.
11-7 Railers. Hayes backs down his guy, kicks it out. Saucy corner 3, no good. Schilling there for the rebound and the putback, and they're going to call him for a travel. How is that a travel?
I don't know. I don't see. Schilling with a rebound, and it looked like he just grabbed the rebound.
Just grabbed it and put it right back up.
Shot it. I had a guy in front of me, so I couldn't see her in the court. It was in front of me. I couldn't see it, but yeah, it looks like he just grabbed it and shot it.
11-7 Railers. Bulldogs with the basketball. 3 on the way from Baum. Rolls in and no good. Fought for underneath. Gowan with the rebound. Now the Railers work it around to the left. Saucy, now Nelson in the corner. Now Hayes left wing. Gowan finds a lane. Head fake, pull up, jumper. Didn't get it to go. And Baum with the rebound. Good move by Gowan to get to the lane, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, I like to see Gowan just try to go on in there and see if he can't get a layup or get fouled when he goes in there. He pulled up a little too early.
Almost stolen away. Now they'll reset up top with Baum. To Dyer. Over to his brother Dyer, and then a little backdoor to Baum. Up and good. 11-9 Railers. Baum snuck behind the defense, laid it up and good, and it's a 2-point ball game with 4:35 to go on the first half.
Yeah, it's almost like a
Hayes, little good move, couldn't get it to finish. Schilling tapped it out of there. Gowan, 3-pointer, top of the key, got it for a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Well, we didn't get the layup to go on a nice aggressive drive by Hayes, but somehow we got the rebound back. Tap, 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 and back to Gowan, who lined it up from right above the top of the key. So kind of worked out for the Railers, getting one more point than we probably should have there.
14-9 Railers. We're at the halfway point through the second quarter. Bulldogs with the basketball. Dyer dribbles in, now passes it out to Eisenman for a 3, no good. Rebound, Selk. Now a little running jumper by Baum, no good. Gowan with the rebound.
Yeah, Railers can hold on here. I know there's a lot of time, 3:45. Railers up 14-9 here, but Cook on the bench now with foul trouble, 2 for the senior.
Railers with the ball up by 5. Hayes left wing. Now Saucy left corner. They work it back towards the top. Schilling to Hayes.
I think Hayes can just stand out there and wait for him. You know, no shot clock now. Don't try to get too anxious.
Saucy, 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Dyer for the Bulldogs.
Almost try to get Gowan something again in that last possession. He just drained one. See if he can feel it for another one. Hopefully coach will go right back to him.
Dyer to Baum. Now they work it in. Kick it out to Dyer. He'll dribble left on Schilling. Pull up. Tried to get in on Saucy. Good defense by the Railers. Now a dribble drive. Blocked off of the Bulldogs as Hayes got a hand on it.
Yeah, blocked, and then it went off of Eisenman as he was laying out of bounds when he fell on the drive. So good defense by Hayes and Saucy underneath. Timeout, Mahomet.
Got a timeout on the court with 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Railers 14, the Bulldogs 9, and we'll keep it right here. Tonight's sponsors: Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburgers. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com.
Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Railers could use a basket here, Scott.
Yeah, 2:45 to go in the first half, Josh. Railers up by 5 with the basketball.
Keon looks like he'll check in. Schilling gets a break.
Hayes, right wing. Now Gowan. Gowan dribbles left. Now pulls up. Hands off to Biven. Biven back into the ball game.
Yeah.
Biven cuts to the lane. Nothing there. Now Gowan. Ooh, almost a carry. Saucy, right corner, or right wing. 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Eisenman for the Bulldogs. Bomb over to Eisenman. Taking their time. Now to Bomb. Almost 10 seconds.
I think it'll be close.
3 on the way. Way too long.
Nice rebound
Saucy there for the rebound.
Over the back.
Over the back.
Bomb.
Yeah.
I believe 51 went over the back of Tyler. Tyler high up on the rebound. Had the long arm stretched out. And I think that'll be just the third team foul.
Yeah, it's third on the Bulldogs.
Team foul on Mahomet. The Railers with just 3 also. Cook with 2 of them.
14-9. We're at the 2-minute mark of the first half. Railers with the basketball. Carson goes left. Now Gowan up top to Nelson. Tried to work it into Biven. Couldn't get it. Turnover. Bulldog basketball. Work it up to Baum, right wing. Now Baum over to Dyer.
One guy that really hurt us in the last couple of games against Mahomet has been 44, the sophomore inside, and they've yet to really get him the basketball.
Dyer going right, guarded by Carson. Gives it to Baum, right wing. Now Dyer. Baum, nowhere to go, picks up his dribble, gives it to Waldinger. Now Dyer right wing, he's going to go left, hand off to Baum, top of the key. Waldinger, he'll dribble in, pull up, jumper, got it, and the foul. And he'll try for the three-point play with 1:06 to go in the first half.
Yeah, they just kind of lull you to sleep. There's a long possession for Mahomet, and I think that's what they want to do is make this a really low-scoring game. Maybe the only way they figure they can beat the Railers as Waldinger up and makes that free throw to convert on the three-point play. Now 14-12 the Railers with minute 6 left in the second quarter.
Carson will walk it up, now across the timeline. Nelson left wing to Biven left corner. Biven dribbles right, finds the lane, kicks it out. Carson right wing. Now they'll reset with Hayes. Back to Carson, 48 on the clock. Carson to back it up, top of the key, 42 seconds to go. Railers, will they hold for one? A lot of time to work off the clock. Looks like Mahomet's just going to let him do it. So the Railers will hold for the last shot of the first half, up by 2, 20 seconds on the clock. Now down to 15. Now they'll get set with 12, 11. Biven left wing. Hayes right elbow. Looking for Nelson. Now Hayes finds the lane up and no good. Tip up and good from Biven.
Yeah, great.
And a full court shot by Waldinger, no good.
What a follow by Biven.
And that's going to do it for the first half here in Champaign. Your halftime score, the Railers 16, the Bulldogs 12. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Corporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Welcome back here from Champaign Central High School, the regional championship, as the Railers lead it here at halftime 16-12 over the Bulldogs from Mahomet-Seymour. We'll run through the scoring here first. We've only got the Railers because we can only do so much, and there's not a lot of assistance over here at Champaign on the scoreboard. So we'll just run through the Railers scoring because that's all we're too worried about anyways. The Railers, again, lead it here 16-12 at half. That went by quarter. The Railers were up after one, 6-2, and then both teams scored 10 points in that second quarter to get to 16-12. The Railers are led here tonight by Gowan, Aiden Gowan with 6. 3 points for Camden Nelson and Tyler Saucy. Jake Biven and Peyton Cook with 2 points apiece. And Scott, as we kind of weathered the storm, we've had to do it a couple times this year with Cook on the bench and foul trouble in the first half. We've had to do it a few times so the Railers are aware. Nice play by Hayes and Saucy, as they normally do. They just normally kind of flip-flop for themselves, and Cook doesn't come out. But with the 2 fouls, Cook had to come out. And, again, we just haven't really been able to find that rhythm on offense. And if you look back, the last time that we played Mahomet, which was on senior night, it was 41-27, and really just couldn't get it going there with only just 41 points. But we'll have to be really strong here in the second half.
Yeah, Cook sat down from better half of the second quarter with 2 fouls, so he's gonna have to come out this third quarter and be smart. We don't want him picking up his third too early because we need him on the court. And we started hitting some of those outside shots, and we've had some good looks, and a couple of them been in and out. Hit some of those outside shots is going to loosen up that middle where we can get Cook open a little bit more. But Railers struggling again a little bit on offense, but luckily they've held the Bulldogs to 12 points.
Well, and I'd like to see the Railers just get out and run a little bit, especially against a team Mahomet that we're probably a little quicker than, can get up in the court. You watch it when the girls, when they really get going, it's they get the ball to Froby, and the girl, some of the other wings kind of fly down the court. And just from what I saw last night, is she finds a way to dribble it up and pass it or make that long pass, and they were able to get some nice easy scores for the Lady Railers. Something very similar the Railers could do here is just pick up the tempo a little bit and see if you can push some action and possibly get an easy score, because obviously at 16-12 it's the points are at a premium right now.
Yeah, and we saw Hayes do it right there towards the end of the game, get to the lane, didn't finish the shot, but Biven there to clean it up and put it back. So we're able to get to the basket. We just need to do a little bit more of it, I think. Yeah,
I'd say that, and I was going to comment on that as we went to halftime for the break. But, boy, when you hold it, I think the Railers held it for like a minute 3 to go into the second half. And Mahomet was okay with letting us do that. And it's great if you're Mahomet and you stop us and that happens. But then when you let us score, or not let us score, but when we do score after holding it that long, it's kind of a – oh, man, we just did all that work and saved everything for nothing, and we still got scored on. So that was a big tip by Biven on that follow rebound. Right now the Railers out. Mahomet, the Bulldogs, getting ready to start their halftime preparation here out on the court. 2 minutes to go here before the halftime. Again, the Railers up 16-12 in the regional championship from Champaign Central. We'll kick it back to the studios and be back with second half action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience, to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to the regional championship here in Champaign at Champaign Central High School, where the Railers take a 16-12 lead into the second half. Bulldog basketball to start the second half. As the Bulldogs try to work it in, now they'll have Waldinger over to Randolph. Now they work it over in the right corner. Now back up top to Randolph. Waldinger. Now Peters kicks it to Rudolph, up and good.
Yeah, nice way that they got it into Peters. And it was a nice cut. You know, a lot of times when you get it into the middle, guards tend to stand and watch, and Mahomet did not. They cut right to the basket with a little 5-foot floater.
Carson left wing, Raiders up by 2. Now they'll work it to the right. Saucy right wing. Now up top to Carson. Carson dribbles in, finds a lane, kicks it out. Cook grabs it. Now they'll reset up top with Biven. Left wing Schilling. Railers up by 2. Cook's going to dribble in. Spin around, head fake, up and blocked. And the Bulldogs with the basketball. Feed it in. Peters. He's going to feed it to Baum. Baum up, blocked from behind by Biven, and they're going to call a foul on Biven. And Baum's going to get 2 free throws, and he looks to tie it up.
Yeah, Peters did that a couple games ago against the Railers. I think it was over at Mahomet, where Peters got a couple times where a couple blocks on Cook, and Cook finally in the second half started to use his shot fake a little bit more and go stronger to the basket.
Baum's free throw up and good. He'll get one more. Second free throw, got it. And we're all tied up 16 with 6:48 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Carson goes right. Biven now feed it into Cook. Wide open, up and easy for Cook.
Yeah, we'll take
Great
that play all the
yeah.
time, right? That is 99% of the time. It's been 2 points for the Railers this year, and man, did we need a nice pass there by Biven. Good screen across, I think, by Saucy, and Cook catches and goes right up with it.
18-16 Railers. And now Biven gets Eisenman on the arm. It's the first or second on Biven. That's a second on Biven. Yep, second team foul. Eisenman in the corner, guarded by Saucy. He'll dribble to the left. Now give it to Peters. Over to Randolph. 3 on the way from Bauman, no good. And they're going to get number 22 over the back. Eisenman went over Carson. And Eisenman picked up the foul. That's his second. Team first for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Mahomet with 1 and the Railers with 2 fouls here in the second half so far.
Carson goes across the timeline, gives it to Cook, left wing. Now Biven. Biven dribbles in, kicks it out to Schilling, who gives it to Carson. Now they'll work it to the left with Saucy. Now back to the right. Carson right wing.
I don't think if you're the Railers, you can wait too long without having Gowan, especially out there. He's been the guy that's had a couple threes here tonight.
Carson spin, left too strong, way over the rim, and the Bulldogs with the rebound. Good move by Carson, just anticipated that block and left it a little too strong. Baum, he's going to dribble in on Cook, out of bounds off of Cook, going to stay with the Bulldogs. 18-16, 5:23 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, watch the lob here to Peters or a Baum right underneath the basket. There it is.
Get it into Baum. He's going to be double teamed. And Cook just picked up his third. as he slapped down on the ball. Now Hayes is going to check in for Cook. Cook's got three team fouls for the Railers with 5:20 to go in the third. Randolph now over to Waldinger, back to Randolph, all the way in the corner to Eisenman. Back to Waldinger, now Randolph. Waldinger left wing, Eisenman right corner. Randolph top of the key, works left. Eisenman trying to work it in to Peters. Now they do. Saucy there. Peters up and good.
Yeah, nice move there too. He was the last time he got in the middle, he looked to pass, and that time it was a drive, drop step, put your shoulder into Saucy, push you off balance a little bit, and then get to the basket.
Carson kicks it out. 3 on the way from Schilling. Got it! Schilling with the 3, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, they've almost let Baum just let Keon Carson drive to the basket. Keon took it, and then did a great job of finding Schilling out on the perimeter.
3 on the way, no good. Schilling there with the rebound.
Well, I think if you're Keon, just continue to try to get to the hoop, make something happen, and always look to kick out to one of the shooters on the perimeter.
Bivin pulls up, jumper, in and out, no good.
Well,
Peters there with the rebound.
And Bivens been really great at that for the last month of the season, and he's had 2 of those that have looked really, really good. Just can't get him to go through the net.
Baum gets it in the corner to Eisenman, guarded by Saucy. Now back up to Baum. He'll dribble left, give it to Randolph. Back to Baum. Baum's going to fire up a 3. Got it! And Baum ties it up at 21 with 3:40 to go in the third quarter. For Baum's size, he's all perimeter.
Yeah.
And stolen away by Randolph. And Schilling's going to foul Randolph.
You know, and he's always under control, too. You don't see him get really rushed. He handles the ball with confidence, and when he knows he's ready to shoot, he lets it fly. And he's been a big contributor for this Mahomet team this season.
Adam Dyer checks in for the Bulldogs. Randolph has a seat. Now Eisenman in the right corner, up to Baum left wing. Now they work it to the right. Now back to the left, Baum. He's going to go right. Dyer dribble in, kick it out, nothing there. Now they'll reset up top with Baum. Work it in, Peters, now back out. 3 on the way.
No, way off.
Partial short, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Bivin. So Bulldogs basketball on their own baseline. Eisenman to inbound. Gives it to Peters, now up top. Baum, guarded by Carson. Now Peters, he spins. Nothing there, good defense by Hayes. Now get it to Baum. Baum, kick out, corner, 3. Eisenman, got it. And the Bulldogs up 3 with 2:42 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, kick it in the middle, and then, Peters just kind of takes his time in figuring out what he's going to do, and then he finds Eisenman, who's got 2 threes now on the game.
Raiders down by 3 with 2:34 to go in the third. And with the basketball, Bivin, right wing, up top to Nelson. Now Hayes. Hayes kicks it out to Bivin. Now Carson.
All the way to the basket here. Get a drive by Bivin, maybe Hayes.
Nelson 3, got it! Nelson with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and we're tied up at 24.
Well, another deep 3. Nelly can't get anything close to the line. They've run him off the three-point line, but he's able to take a few steps back and still knock it down. Big shot there by the senior.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third, all tied up at 24. Eisenman.
Oh, we got it.
Stolen. Carson up and count it. Carson with the steal and the hoop, and the Railers up by 2 with 1:43 to go in the third.
Sometimes the passers just can't see where he's at because it's so small, but man, if you leave it out there, he's going to go get it.
Peters works in, kicks it out to Dyer for a 3, got it. Dyer wide open for a three as the Railers collapse. And the Bulldogs back up by 1.
Well, they've been able to get the ball in the middle a little bit more to Peters, and he's had a chance to go to the basket. He's made a layup, and he's also kicked it out to a couple wide open shooters for Mahomet.
1:10 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball, down 1. Feed it in to Gowan. Couldn't handle it. Bomb there with the basketball. Now he'll pick it up, give it to Eisenman. Now feed it into Peters, guarded by Biven. Peters dribbles in on Peterman. No, nothing there. Bomb flies in for the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Biven. 54 seconds to go in the third. Bulldogs to inbound, and they turn it over as they try to get it to Dyer in the corner. He couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it looked like he was open, too.
Yeah, he was.
If he would have shuffled down a little closer toward the camera and Lloyd, he could have had a wide open three in the corner.
54 seconds on the clock. Raiders down by 1 with the basketball. Hayes ends bounds to Carson. And Carson will walk it up, see if the Raiders hold for 1.
Well, it worked the last time with I believe it was a drive by Hayes, missed it, but a tip in by Biven. Biven can't do it this time because he's not out there, so we're going to have to call on another Railer to make something happen here to end this third quarter.
Much like the second, the third quarter, Mahomet just going to let the Railers dribble it out. 17 on the clock. Carson with it up top. Coach Al calls out the play. Now Carson goes right to Gowan, right wing. Up top to Saucy. Now Carson, 6 seconds, and we got a hold on Eisenman with 5 seconds on the clock. Raiders to inbound on the sideline. Nelson to inbound with 5 seconds. Raiders down 1. Nelson to Carson.
Don't have time.
4. Carson, fake, up, count it.
Got it.
Carson with the putback. Dribbled in, found a lane, head fake, count it, and the Railers go up by 1 at the end of 3. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have the fourth quarter, so don't go anywhere. It's going to get exciting. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone. Get the emergency responses there on their way.
Welcome back to Champaign Central High School as the Railers take a 1-point advantage into the fourth quarter, and we'll have the basketball.
I just hold it for the whole quarter.
Well, if it was that simple. It's been a close one all night.
Not sure we got the little confusion here on the Railer set. Now Coach Al calls out something different. We'll start the dribble weave and then probably go into some sort of a set here. But
Cook's back into the ball game for the Railers. Hayes dribble in. Now Nelson left wing. Cook left corner. Up top to Carson. Beating off about 35 seconds in the fourth quarter here. Railers still with the ball.
Yeah, now Coach Greg Alexander stands up and calls out a set of something he wants to see.
Feed it into Cook with the lob. Nothing there. Now they'll reset up top with Carson. Now up top to Hayes.
Boy, Baum doesn't even come close to Keon. There must be a 8-foot gap between Keon and the guy guarding him, Baum. And when you can sit a guy in the corner, sit a guy in the lane, and it's hard to cut in there, hard to drive.
Cook's going to dribble in, kick it out to Carson. Now reset up top with Nelson. Work it to the left. Gowan left wing. Now back up top to Carson. Over to Hayes. Minute 20 for this possession. Josh, maybe. Oh, might get your wish. Pull-up jumper. Nelson up just inside the three-point. No, that's just a two. Just inside the three-pointer. And Nelson gives the Railers a three-point lead.
Yeah, well, and that's a tough shot, man. That's a pull-up from almost a three-point range, and something that Nelson doesn't normally do. But when the Railers needed a big basket, we got one.
30-27 Railers. Feed it into Peters. Peters guarded by Cook. Cook straight up.
Miss it.
Peters couldn't get it to go. Hayes there for the rebound, getting mauled. And there's the foul. Foul's on Randolph. That's his first, team third.
Yeah, it looks like Peters will come off. And also Waldinger will check out. And boy, Peters is a guy that's been hurting the Railers, not necessarily scoring, but he's caught it at that free throw line and been a great passer out to his shooters. So Coach Bosch gives their sophomore a break and goes to the bench.
Work it into Cook. Couldn't handle it. And it's going to go to the Bulldogs. .30-27 Railers. We're at 5:50 to go in the ball game. Regional championship. Eisenman with it in the corner, guarded by Hayes, and a timeout called by the Bulldogs. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back after these messages.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Champaign Central High School, Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera. Joe Lee back at the studio. Railers with a three-point lead with 5:46 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, almost look, we couldn't see it because there was too many people in it, but the turnover, I think, what happened earlier on the last play, Coach Owl really upset with something that happened down there. I don't know if Cook got pushed before he went to go receive the pass, but a couple of the guys on the staff, coaching staff, was after that official down on that end. I know that looked like Cook got bumped out and kind of fumbled it, and then they threw it off of Cook for the turnover. So Mahomet will get it here.
Bulldogs with the basketball. Randolph with it up top. Now over to Baum. Now corner. Now up top to Baum. Baum guarded by Gowan.
Right, you talk about a Railer turnover. What a great time to get one right here.
Work it in to Belk. Nothing there. Selk, that is, not Belk. Now Baum. He's going to go left. Guarded there by Carson. Picked up his dribble. Nowhere to go. Up to Eisenman, left wing. Now back to Baum. Baum over. Stolen away by Nelson.
Yeah, right.
Baum tried to hit Randolph. Threw it right in the arms of Nelson. Railers with the basketball, up by 3.
Yeah, we'll see what the Railers can do. You know, I think you can be patient here, but yet not too patient. If you get a layup, obviously you want to take a layup and continue. Look how far Baum is off of Keon. It's just almost an extra defender in the lane that he never leaves.
Hayes to Nelson. Nelson goes left, finds the lane, pulls up for a jumper. No good. Rebound, Eisenman for the Bulldogs. Had a wide open look, just couldn't get it to fall. Now Baum left wing for the Bulldogs. He'll dribble back up, top of the key, over to Dyer. Now back to Baum. Kick it out to Eisenman. Eisenman dribbles in, cut off there by Cook, trapped by Gowan. Dribbles out of it, goes back up top key to Dyer. Dyer dribbles in, Randolph right corner. Now to Dyer, right corner, who gives it to Randolph, left wing. They work it to the left.
Railers running at their shooters pretty well here, and I don't know why they don't have their 44 or sophomore inside. The guy they've got in there now, 55, is doing nothing inside. Randolph
just throws a shot up, and it's good. Wasn't even really looking at the basket, just spun, threw it up.
No, they've got Peters, who's done some damage in there from the assists. aspect, but they don't have him in right now.
Lead is down to 1 for the Railers, trying to get Cook down low. Nothing there. Now Hayes will get it to Cook right corner. Now Gowan. Gowan dribbles in, loses his footing. Randolph with the basketball, gives it to Baum. Baum up, and they call a block on Nelson. As I think if Nelson would have just stood still there, he would have got the charge.
Yeah, he
with
was
that
there.
little
He was there in plenty of
flinch.
time.
Yeah, that little flinch got the block call on Nelson, and Baum's going to get 2 free throws, where he's been solid this evening. First free throw up and good.
Now Gowan falls down on the dribble, which led to the fast break to give Mahomet a chance here to tie it up.
Baum's second free throw up and good. Bulldogs back up by 1, 3:41 to go in the ball game. Carson trots it up, gets it across the half-court line. Now the Raiders getting their offense with Hayes. Now Cook, top of the key, guarded by Selk. He'll go right to Gowan. Now Gowan to Carson. Carson to the right. Now Hayes. Hayes is going to get in the lane. Nothing there. Now to Carson, right wing. Work it to the left to Gowan. Carson, top of the key. Now they work it to the left with 3:14 to go in the game. Raiders down by 1 with the basketball. Gowan, nowhere to go, finds Carson. Boy, they're just daring Carson to take that three.
Yeah,
He's hit him before.
He's hit him before. He just hasn't hit him tonight, and I think that's weighing on his mind.
Spins in on Selk, up and good. Good strong move by Selk. Went to the right, back to the left, laid it up, and the Raiders back up by 1. 2:38 to go in the ball game. Going to come down to the wire here at the regional championship in Champaign. Baum, top of the key.
Wide open underneath.
Underneath to Randolph, spins around, up and good as he snuck in behind the defense, and the Bulldogs back up by 1. Cook, top of the key, nowhere to go. Now Carson, right corner. They'll reset back up top with Hayes. Hayes goes left. Nelson, 3, left it short. Right down to Baum with 2 minutes to go in the game. Bulldogs with the basketball, up by 1.
Oh, he got it.
Nelson couldn't handle it as he tripped, had a loose ball, couldn't grab it, and it's going to go to the Bulldogs. Timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. With 1:50 to go in the ball game, it's the Bulldogs 33, the Railers 32. With 1:50 to go in the ball game. Regional championship on the line, Josh, and Railers, they've had their moments.
Yeah, they've had their chances.
Kind of struggling a little bit.
Had our chances and got some shots, and again, though, we can't get stops on this end. We kind of traded baskets with Mahomet the last couple possessions, and as you said, it's going to be close, and it could be the last possession wins.
Mahomet basketball up by 1. Up to Peters, now to Eisenman, left wing, to Baum. Mahomet running some clock, up by 1. Feed it to Selk, to Eisenman, right corner, guarded by Biven. Now up top to Baum. Baum over to Eisenman with 1:25 to go.
Yeah, I wonder if the Railers are going to have to get close to foul. A lot of time left. 1:20. The next foul for the Railers, though. Mahomet's in the bonus. They're probably liable to hold on to this thing.
You don't want to foul Baum. He's been perfect from the line.
Yeah, it might be that guy right there.
Oh, tapped away. Baum able to track it down. 1:08 to go in the ball game. Selk fouling. Nope. Now Baum. 1 minute to go. And Bivin fouled Baum, and that's not who they wanted to foul. 1 minute to go. Baum to the line. Bulldogs up by 1, and Baum to the free throw line where he's been solid this evening. Bulldogs in the 1-and-1. First free throw up and good. 2-point ball game right now. Baum will get another free throw with 1 minute to go in the game. Up and got it. 35-32 Bulldogs, and we're under a minute to go. Railers with the basketball. Carson over to Hayes, right wing. Now up top to Cook. Gowan, right wing. He fakes a three. Nowhere to go. Now gives it to Hayes. Hayes, right corner.
Plenty of time.
Cook.
Don't have to have a three.
Now Carson. Carson dribbles in. Nothing there. Cook. Three. Right corner. Off the rim. No good. Fought for. And
Looks like a timeout. Looks like we got a rebound.
We got a rebound and a timeout.
I think Gowan, Mahomet's right in front of us, so we can't see a whole lot. It looked like Gowan got the rebound on the offensive end, and quickly Coach called a timeout.
Don't really necessarily need a three right there, Josh.
No, plenty of time.
We had plenty of time, but
I don't think, obviously Mahomet wouldn't want to foul you going to the basket and having to shoot free throws with time standing still. So you still don't need a three now, right? I mean, there's 35.9 seconds left. You've got plenty of time to get a basket and then try to maybe get a steal or a 10-second call, and then after that, I think you got to go foul.
You don't want to foul Baum. You want to, I would say maybe Selk
if they leave him in there, which he's sitting on the bench right now, but so is Peters also. I'm not sure who they'll have in here, but yeah, on the scouting report, I'm sure it's put on the wall, on the board that who in a time of need, who do we want to foul, and obviously Baum is their pressure guy, the guy that can hit them.
35-32. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Regional championship. Winner moves on to MacArthur to take on the winner between MacArthur and Mount Zion. The last we heard, MacArthur was up.
Looks like Coach Al will take his second timeout. Make sure everything's going the way he wants.
Last update we had was probably about 25 minutes ago. MacArthur was up by 5 over Mount Zion. Winners of each would match up in Decatur. But first things first, we're down 3, 35 seconds to go with the ball.
Yeah, it's a lot of time left here. Obviously, the Railers need a good possession here, in need of a desperate score, and then play some defense and see if you can't maybe get a steal, get a 10-second call, and then if you can't or if you don't, then you've got to go to the foul strategy and put them to the line and hope that they don't make their free throws.
Some more sponsors for tonight's game. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Here we go, 35 seconds to go. Railers down 3 with the ball. Hayes with it up top. He'll dribble in on Peters, up and blocked by Peters, but Hayes picked up the foul. And the sophomore is going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, and the free throw line has not been kind as of late to Hayes. After he had that game where we had some confidence issues and hasn't been good, but a great time to be great here and put the Railers just down 1.
Free throw up and no good. Off the front of the rim. He'll get another one. Second free throw, Hayes, up and good. 2-point ball game, 31 seconds to go.
Yeah, Rayler's got time here. Don't have to foul, but if you get the right person, you definitely want to do that.
Bulldogs get it across with Baum. Nowhere to go, and Schilling's going to foul Baum with 20 seconds to go in the ball game.
Yeah, again, we've kind of fouled the guy that we probably don't want to. Been shooting it well from the free throw line here tonight, and all good teams, they tend to keep that ball in that free throw shooter and or that ball handler's hands, and Baum had it a lot of the time there. I still thought we had a chance of maybe getting Eisenman.
Baum's free throw up and no good. Left is short. Hayes with the rebound. Raylers down by 2 with the basketball. And they're going to call a timeout with 18 seconds to go.
Ooh.
Raylers have a chance to tie it or go up by 1. We'll keep it right here.
Well, what do you do there, Mr. Kirby? Take your chance on a 2 and then look for a 3, or are you going to try and win this thing with a 3?
I'm pretty conservative. I like to extend the time and tie it up and, live to see some more time. But, we've got Nelson out there who, he can definitely hit a 3. I don't know. It's going to be interesting what the coaching staff draws up.
Yeah, either way, somebody's going to have to hit a big shot here.
Yeah.
Whether it sends us to overtime or wins it. I think you try to take a shot, though, with around 5, maybe 6 seconds left, so that gives you give yourself a chance to get an offensive rebound and a putback. Or, you give yourself to foul Mahomet. Don't wait till the last second. You just throw all your eggs into one basket, basically.
35-33. Bulldogs with the lead, 18 seconds to go. Raylers with the basketball. Carson right wing, feed it to Cook. Now back to Carson, over to Gowan. 10 seconds on the clock. Gowan head fake, nowhere to go. Throws up a 3, couldn't get it. Hayes there for the rebound. No fouls, he got hammered. No call. And the Bulldogs have it with 2.6. And the Raylers just got robbed of a foul right there, Josh, as Hayes just got leveled and no call.
I'm not sure. Gowan got nervous too. He shot it with about 10 seconds left, had plenty of time to move the basketball, got nervous and threw it up there. Hayes with a nice offensive rebound, but as you said, got some contact underneath with.
So, free throw, no good. Cook. 2 seconds to go. Raylers with the ball. They'll have the full length of the court to go. So we'll see what they draw up here, Josh. Not a whole lot of time, and I got to believe that Bulldogs are going to do
2.5.
Put some pressure.
Looks like they're going to give Lincoln 2.5. It was down to 2.0, but they're going to give them.
We'll take 25. Here's 25.
Yeah, we need that more than 2.5.
Or 2 minutes 5. We'll take that as well. Well, it's been a exciting game, Josh. Low scoring, 35-33. Raylers going to have the basketball.
Yeah,
and they're going to have the full length of the court to go with 2.5.
Yeah, which is tough to do. It's almost going to be, unless you throw the pass to half court and then take a couple dribbles, it's almost going to have to be a half court shot.
Well, can we get it half court, call a timeout real quick? And
yeah, you can.
I mean, then you'll have maybe 2 seconds.
Yeah, you can. You've got to have a good quarterback on the out of bounds area to make that good pass.
Raylers have 2 timeouts.
And the guys got to remember, the inbound guys got to stay steady. He cannot move here. He's got to be stationary.
So Hayes is going to inbound. 2.5 seconds to go. Raylers down by 2. Full length of the court to go. Hayes. Cook. Almost stepped out of bounds. Called the timeout. Timeout was called.
Timeout right when we got to half court. So as you said, Scott, you called it. Get the ball to half court. 0.4 seconds come off the clock. And now we're going to get a chance to inbound it from half court, which obviously is a lot closer than the full court.
Right, and
to get a little closer shot at probably winning this thing. I think it's hard to get to.
Yeah, it's hard to get to because it's going to be congested under the basket.
Yeah.
So you got to have Gowan or Nelson coming off a screen probably to the ball if you can, or even maybe a backside off this other side and lob it over to him. I don't know.
Yeah, something that's open, but you can't take forever.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously don't want to get a 5-second call here. You've got to make it's better to get it in to somebody at half court than it is, waiting for somebody to get open a little closer to the hoop. And hopefully the Railers can get it in, turn square, and come up with a prayer.
Season on the line. 2.1 seconds to go. Regional championship. Railers with the ball. Hayes to inbound on the sideline. And here we go. Cook, spin around, 3, up, and couldn't get it to go. And your final score, the Bulldogs 35, the Railers 33. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the postgame Growl Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back here, Railer Nation, as the Railers fall here in regional championship action to the Bulldogs from
You got a baby doll? Who's that baby doll?
35 to 33. Railers will end their season with a record of 26-6 on the 2022-2023 year, and as Mahomet-Seymour will move on to the sectional over at Decatur MacArthur. Mahomet improves to 14-16 on the season, and we kind of talked about it earlier, Scott, that it's I don't know that it was an overconfident thing for the Railers, but I think it's one of those things where you've won 3 times this year, and I hate the kind of cliche that it's hard to beat somebody 3-4 times, whatever it is. But to me, if you beat them, you can do it again and again and again. Mm-hmm. And tonight it just wasn't. You know, the Railers struggle to create their own shot sometimes, and we didn't get them to go early, didn't get some shots to fall down early, and when you don't take a lot of shots in the game as far as attempts, boy, you better make them, because you just don't get as many opportunities. And down the stretch, I thought in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, when they got the ball to Peters at the free throw line and able to kick out a few times and got some threes to go, for Mahomet was really the tale. I mean, you get 33, 35, not a lot of scoring. So, as we talked about earlier, any chance you get to the basket and score or get a three to go down, it's just huge.
Yeah, and that was the difference. The free throw line. I know Baum had probably at least 8 or 10 points from the line. I don't know how many times we were at the free throw line. I know Cook was there once. I think Hayes had 2. Other than that, didn't really have a whole lot of free throw attempts. It's just one of those games that, coming off the way we played the other night, you hope that we improved. I don't know if it's the gym or what. Just a little stagnant.
Right. Yeah. And that, you're at a point in the season at we're 26-5, so 31 games in, and it is a drag. I mean, it's a long time, but the teams that generally want to go on and play longer and longer and longer are the teams that show the emotion and show up for practice, and we've struggled the last couple games. Being ready to go, and I thought we were okay. I mean, obviously didn't score a lot. Six points in the first quarter. I think it went 6-2, and then at half the Railers were up 16-12, leading by 1 at the end of the third, 28-27, and then just couldn't get it to hold on or hang on here. As you said, Baum with some big free throws down the stretch, and scoring was at a premium. So any basket to go was huge for either team. We'll kick it back to the studios for another quick break before Coach Alexander will join us one last time here in the 2022-2023 season. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to Champaign Central Regional Championship game as the Railers fall to the Bulldogs. 35-33. Joining us now, Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, Tough one for the Railers tonight. Just couldn't get it going offensively. And, you see a team 4 times. They say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. I guess that can go the same way for 4.
Well, we knew coming in that, they saved their year. They've had a great, they've struggled a little bit. They've had injuries and things, and, they've come out and they played really well. And, we didn't respond very well. We played scared, I thought, and you can't do that in a basketball game.
Cook, go ahead. I was going to say, Cook with a little foul trouble in the second quarter, had to set the rest of the second, and then picked up his third. Losing him a little bit. I thought some good things I saw from Hayes. He was able to get to the rim a little bit. Just didn't have that physicality that you're going to need to play a tough, close game.
Yeah, they're very physical. We knew coming in, we knew we'd have a hard time scoring, but we had some open shots, and you got to make those open shots. And we had shots that we turned down also. We got the ball down low a couple times, and Cook just dumps it out. And instead of taking it to the basket, maybe shoot free throws. Maybe I think we shot 3 free throws tonight, and that's just not being aggressive. And you have to be able to be aggressive in situations like this, and do those things. And it's a good basketball team. Got a lot of respect for Mahomet-Seymour. It's a solid program that has a lot of pride, and it's shown up at the end of the year for the past 2 years.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about hitting shots, and I think Mahomet did that late in the third and early in the fourth when they were able to get it into Peters, and he picked a couple guys on the perimeter to knock down some threes, and then bombed on the stretch. You talked about free throws. We only attempted 3. He probably made 6 or 7 himself, and obviously with a 35-33 game, those are some big points to come by. So you said the aggressiveness. You kind of picked, or I think they picked maybe the wrong guy to foul a couple times there when we needed to get the ball back in the bonus, and Baum was able to step up and knock him down. And then we just, as you said, we just really didn't get a good look at the last play.
Yeah, and there's not much you can do, and that's probably as good a look as we could have got. And it was close to going in, but it didn't, and ends a year for us. So I would like to say that our seniors have had a great career. They've won a lot of basketball games. Unfortunately for them, they've not experienced a regional championship.
Well, 26-6 on the season, Coach. Like you said, a fantastic year. Obviously, you want to keep moving on and playing, but nothing to be ashamed about with these seniors. And, you had some young kids step up and get a lot of experience. So the future of Railer basketball, it still looks good. And unfortunately for the seniors, it ends tonight.
It does. And it's a hard night for everybody, for the seniors, for the coaches that have, spent the last 4 years with all of them. And it doesn't matter whether they were on the court or helping us prepare. You get close to them, and it's hard to say, hey, we're done, and wish them the best of luck in the future. And we do have kids that are that will be very, very successful in life, whatever they choose to do. And again, tonight's a rough night for them, but youth today will bounce back and be ready to go. It'll be a tough next 2 weeks till the tournament gets over, but after the tournament's over, they can sit back and enjoy what success they have had.
Well, still some basketball to be played at the LCHS. The girls are going to play Monday night, so I'm sure your guys going to take a little while to swallow this loss, but they'll get back in the swing of things, and they'll be rooting on the Lady Railers.
They will, and it's we were hoping for a big week next week, and it didn't turn out that way, but we knew as a coaching staff that we would have a tough time scoring, and it was, and you got to be able to finish the game, and we didn't get it done.
Well, another great 2022-2023 season, and before you know it, Coach, Eaton Electrical Tournament will be here, and we'll be kicking off another season. But congratulations on a fine season, and we look forward to talking to you down the road.
Okay, and I know our season's over, but we've still got our young ladies that are playing, and they play Monday night at Taylorville, so hopefully Railer Nation will support them and, take them to the state tournament and, big game Monday night. So at Taylorville, begins at 7 o'clock. All tickets are general admission. You can get them on Gold Fan. The link is out there. You can also buy them at the door. I believe the price is $10 at the door. So, super sectional. The kids are one way away from playing and earning themselves a state trophy. So they can use your help and, make sure that we get out and really pull for the young ladies.
Absolutely. Well said. Well, Coach, have a safe trip home, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us here in Champaign. Our broadcast will be, do you know the date?
Yeah, Monday.
Around Thanksgiving.
Oh.
As this season comes to an end, a great 2022-2023 season, but it has come to an end. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, and my sidekick Josh Comnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 33, Mahomet 35. The Raiders now stand at 26-6. Ended their season at 26-6. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you did not enjoy the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our sponsors for sponsoring, and our viewers for viewing. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors who've been fantastic, and everybody just jumping on board to sponsor Lincoln Railer Basketball and Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball. And I want to thank you guys for allowing us to bring you Railer Basketball. From Champaign, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
WLCN presents LCHS Railer Boys postseason basketball. WLCN's coverage of Railer postseason basketball is brought to you by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. The Lincoln Memorial Hospital Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves through offerings such as the LMH Trailblazers Walking Program on Wednesdays and the 8th Annual LMH Market, opening May 20th. Moriarty Insurance Services, your local, family-owned independent insurance agency for over 50 years. Located at 617 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, contact Kyle or Lindsay about 4% guaranteed interest for 6 years. Phone 217-732-7341. Gator Logistic Materials. Don't waste your time and money dealing with brokers and distributors for your company's packaging and shipping supplies. Chomp through the red tape and buy directly from manufacturers right here in Illinois. Buy from Gator. Reach out at gatorlm.com for more information and a quote. Tartar Brothers Mechanical at 602 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln and online at tartarbrothers.com. Holmes Farms, growing for the future. Learn more at facebook.com/Holmes Farms or call 217-306-4785. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The Lincoln Banking Center, a division of the First National Bank in Tremont. Your local bank that strives to build relationships and is trusted with your community's financial needs. Located at 710 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, visit TremontBank.com to learn more about products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, helping people, changing lives. America's Poverty Fighting Network. Don't miss Capsule's Cheeseburgers in Paradise fundraiser on April 22nd. For more details, call 217-732-2159. The Carpet House. The professional design team at the Carpet House in Lincoln will work with you for 100% satisfaction. Stop by the showroom at 1320 Woodlawn Road or call 217-735-2531. Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-2422. Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, with offices in Lincoln and Atlanta, offering great rates on home, auto, life, and renter's insurance. Call 217-732-7755. Eaton Corporation, building over 5 million high-quality commercial and residential power distribution products each year. Check them out online at eaton.com. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Headlines Salon, where your hair makes the statement. Phone 217-651-8310. Lincoln Printers, providing complete, quality satisfaction at a fast, fair price while utilizing modern technology and a creative flair. Phone 217-732-3121. Schneider Chiropractic, providing results for body reconditioning, back and neck problems, along with preventative sports injury procedures. Call 217-732-2140. State Bank of Lincoln, a division of Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Spend less time managing your money with State Bank of Lincoln digital banking options. State Bank of Lincoln, helping you plan for those moments while living in the moment. State Bank of Lincoln is an equal housing lender. Visit hbtbank.com/sblincoln. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of LCHS Railer Boys postseason basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.